Hi, Mom. Just wanted to take a few minutes to just to say Happy Mother's Day. I think you know what you've meant to me, at least over the last 20 years, since I lost my own mom. You have been a mother in really all but biology for me. I love you so much. It was just wonderful to see you last month, and I pray that your comfort and that your health improves as as the months go on and the years go on. But I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day with your family down there. I hope you get to play with your grandkids, and I hope your husband gives you a day off from just being Paul. Love you very much. Talk soon. Bye.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. 2026. I just wanted to start this off and tell you that I love you so very much and that you are my mom. What makes you my mom and what makes you a mom in general is the fact that you will always be a mom. You did not quit being my mom when I turned 18. You are still my mom today, giving me advice, and I truly appreciate that.
What makes mom mom? I think it has to be the hospitality and love that she shows towards everybody that comes through her door. That she just welcomes them in and shows them the love of Christ, and just serves every time. So I think that's what makes mom mom.
Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. To start off with, I think what makes you you is a combination of your generosity, how easily you welcome people into the family, and just how big your heart is. I think that's really evidenced by how many people are included in this video who aren't biological family and who also aren't like related to us by marriage. I think your heart is just so very big and you love people so easily, and that's a huge strength that you have.
Congratulations, you get to see my awesome quality camera here and the cracked screen. I have no idea if this is working or not, and I kind of forgot what I was supposed to be saying. Yeah. But happy Mother's Day. What? See here. Oh, I remember kind of the things that make me think of you outside of bad jokes, which is kind of a given, is the just god-awful amount of pink that always is in the house, and just random objects, like a random Roman column that was at the Bentry house. No clue why that was there. That was a thing.
Hi, and happy Mother's Day. What makes her her, the things I think of most and associate with her are the color pink, the scent of rose, and Christmas cookies, specifically sugar cookies.
Happy Mother's Day, Stacy. I love you. So the thing I think makes you you is just the generous way you love people. Whenever anyone's in need, you are ready with a meal or a gift card, encouragement and prayer, and it is just so beautiful. Even if you are hurting just as bad, like, you are there for other people, and I really admire that about you and love that about you. Hi, Stacy. Happy Mother's Day. Just wanted to wish you a very happy Mother's Day. And let's see, I'm kind of doing this off the cuff, so hopefully it's not too terrible. The first question is, what makes mom mom? What makes you you? You are just so incredible and so unique. It is so hard to boil this down to a short paragraph or a few words, but some things that come to mind are selfless, loving, giving, organized, loves to cook, always taking care of others, beautiful, gorgeous,
encouraging, always knows when her children need a word of encouragement or just a prayer.
What I think makes Queena is the fact that she always cares. She's always super loving. It doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter like how well she knows the person, it doesn't matter, you know, what she's going through at the time. Queena will always take the time out of her day to help other people. Whether that's just talking to them or it's organizing like people, being able to bring them meals if they went through like something with like medical or like a new baby. And even as far as like organizing whole events for people, she's very loving. She cares so much about other people. And she always has the mentality of putting what others need before her, which isn't always good, but it's definitely it definitely makes her who she is. And I can't imagine a world where she is any different from that, and I absolutely love her for what she always does for others.
Mother's Day, Kriya, I love you. The thing that makes you a Kriya is you're the only Kriya in the world, and you're my Queena.
I think what makes Queena so special is her love for us, her love for my family, and her love for throwing parties for us.
Hi, what makes me think of her would have to be the scent of rose.
Hey, so the things that make her her, I would say, is how much pink she has in her house and how much she loves the color pink.
Memories of Mom on Mother's Day. This is going to be challenging because there's 48 years worth of memories. But the first question, what makes Mom Mom? I'd say it's her fierce love. Mom always gives of herself. Whether it's with the kids, the grandkids, people at church, or even strangers, Mom doesn't hold back. She gives so much of herself, sometimes to her own detriment, sometimes to her own health. But Mom has never refused to give of herself in love, and it shows. It's intense, it's fierce.
One fun memory I have of you is when I was little, we would get in the car on Saturdays and go with Grandma around Richardson and go grocery shopping. And you taught me how to not only save my money, but find the best deals, and also taught me how to possibly hold on to my money for the next house that may come along that may have something even better than the one that we were at. So you helped me become a good money saver, and I appreciate that.
Favorite memory of Mom, I think it's a lot of memories, but the memories that I always love are just the time spent at the beach and taking the kids down to the water, spending time with them, splashing around with them. Just inner element there.
I don't have one specific favorite memory with you. I have a cluster of favorite memories. And those are the times right before Christmas when at first you, me, Grandma, and Sissy would make Christmas cookies. I think that was a time that was always full of so much joy and so much love. We would always see you in your element because you loved making the cookies. You loved just bustling around and being with us. And then I think those memories grew even more once Emma was born and she could help, and then Eli. So those are definitely my favorite memories.
My favorite memory would be coming to Christmas Eve year after year and just seeing the love and attention and detail she put into everyone's gifts.
A favorite memory I have, it's hard to choose because we have so many good ones, but one that I've just been thinking about, is sticking out, is the time we watched the solar eclipse together, and we pulled the chairs out in the yard and we sang really loudly and took goofy photos in the little silly solar eclipse glasses, and it was just so much fun. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that.
Let's see. My favorite memory. Oh man, there's a lot of them. So I will just try to boil it down to a couple. I always think back to my parents' 50th birthday. That was so special. You threw a huge birthday party for both my parents for their 50th at your house. And all the Thanksgivings, playing games, drinking wine, enjoying Thanksgiving at your house. Over all the years, and walking around the neighborhood with our glasses of wine. There's been some times where I've had tough times in life, and I remember spending a lot of that time with you and with my mom.
My favorite memory with Queena is really hard because I have so many memories with her. So I'll do two, and one is a lot shorter than the other. The first one is just the first time that her and I really had a tea party that I can remember together, where it was just mainly me and her. That was really special for me. It kind of began something that I really cherish. It's kind of a tradition that we have whenever we can to have tea parties. That means a whole lot to me. And just really, having that time with Queena. The second time, where that's kind of my favorite memory, is when I got to kind of go up, or go down, I guess, early to Destin and be with just Queena and Papa for a little while. And it was really nice to get to spend time with just them, and especially get to bother the both of them for a little while before everyone else joined us. And it was just really nice to get to be there and experience with the both of them. And those have to be kind of my two favorite memories.
One fun memory with you is at your old house where we used to go to the park and feed the ducks and go swimming at your house.
Some of my favorite memories of Queena are, first, when I was little, when I was younger, Queena bought me my first big boy ice cream. It was blue. I never had blue ice cream before. Second, when we were in Florida, Queena let me drive the golf cart. That was really fun. 3, my most recent memory was when we went to Ruth Chris to celebrate the work Jesus has done in my life through my profession of faith. We went to Ruth Chris. That was one of my favorite meals.
My favorite memory would probably be going back to school shopping for shoes when I was younger.
My favorite memory is probably swimming in her pool growing up and bringing my friends there.
The next question is going to be fun. You really expect me to answer what my best memory with Mom is? Well, given the fact that the first 100 memories are adult content and normally involve some article obtained at Victoria's Secrets, we won't mention any of those because the grandkids don't need to have their minds seared with those memories. So let me go to the 101st best memory with Mom. And it's not just one memory. It's a ton of them. Starting all the way back during the time when we were dating and University of Toledo and going to ROTC events all the way through to Mom's surgery, which now keeps her from doing what my favorite memory is, which is seeing her out on the dance floor. Mom loves to dance. I remember going to the first ROTC ball with her, seeing her out on the dance floor. Me tripping all over myself. Her just a natural. But through all the years, whether it was in the military, whether it was at Grant Thornton, whether it was at the bank, in each case, Mom would be one of the first out on the dance floor and one of the last to leave. Normally coming off the dance floor, holding her shoes in her hands, because in the end she was dancing on her bare feet. But she just loved it, always with a smile, always with a huge laugh, and just enjoying herself immensely. And I loved her for it. I loved to watch her dance. I loved to dance with her, because it really showed just the vivacious nature of that lovely lady.
And one special way that I know that you love me and that I felt most loved, and I think Dad will agree on this one, is the day I graduated from UTD. I could see in your eyes how proud you were of me. I think Dad may have been a little bit prouder because he didn't have to pay for my college anymore, but just seeing you being there for me and the look in your eyes, it made me just feel that you loved me and were proud of what I had accomplished. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy Mother's Day again. I love you so very much.
What memory made me feel most loved? I think, gosh, there's so many of them. But I would say just after Abby had her stroke and Mom just stepped in to help take care of the kids and fill the void wherever it needed to be filled, and just care for Abby and the three of us just really well during that time.
The memory in which I feel most loved is when you adopted Papaya for me. I was 15 and going through a really rough patch. Even though we had 2 crazy rambunctious cats at home already, you still somehow convinced Dad to adopt yet another cat. And Papaya has been literally the biggest blessing in my life. And I am so grateful for your generosity and just how kind you were to adopt her.
Things that make me feel loved, I think the one obvious one, because I'm fat and bald, is I like to eat a lot, is those Russian tea cakes. Always love seeing those, always love eating those. Love you, and happy Mother's Day.
And my memory that makes me feel most loved would be all the time she just texts to check in or say she's praying for all of us. It just really means a lot. We appreciate it so much. Happy Mother's Day.
And then memory that I feel the most loved. There are a lot of those as well. But one that particularly jumps out at me and comes to mind was shortly after my mom passed away, and you took Megan and I out for a really nice lunch at the French restaurant. And I actually think you did that a couple times. So after Adriana was born, I remember I brought Adriana with one time as well. And that just felt so special, and just having that individual time together to bond and talk and enjoy the finer things of life, I guess you could say, was so special. But of course I can think of lots of other things through the years, things you've done and said. Some of my other favorite memories is just seeing a text from you on my phone, a note of encouragement or a note of prayer, how you find ways to love me, even in the busyness and chaos of life. And especially even now that we live further away and and don't always see each other as much as we used to. Yeah, just remember things my mom would tell me about you. That's also a great memory for me. Just the fun that you guys would have and the laughter and all the decorating and things that you guys would work on together. Love you so much. Hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day, and I hope that we can get together soon to celebrate you. Love you.
A memory where I felt the most loved by Queena is one that's kind of embarrassing to me, and it's one that I always hate when people bring up. But it's when I first performed and sang in 5th grade. And that's a really embarrassing memory for me because I personally don't like how I did. And whenever people bring it up, I'm like, oh, that was bad. But what makes me feel most loved by Queena in that memory is just remembering, even though, you know, I was a 5th grader and I didn't sound that good, she was, like, besides Mom, she was my biggest cheerleader that night. She was so proud of me for doing it. She was so proud of me for stepping out of my comfort zone. And I think that's kind of what powered me to keep on doing performances and getting better at it, because I felt so loved and supported during that moment. And I know that it was genuine because Queena will still bring it up very often. So that's definitely the memory where I feel most loved. And even though it embarrasses me, I really cherish the fact that she was there to support me.
And one time you loved me was when you have always stuff like art, like Legos and stuff to do at your house. Happy Mother's Day, love you.
Sometimes I felt extra loved by Queena. When I was little, I knew Queena loved me even before she met me. She threw a party for me for my adoption. And also in Florida, she decorated her whole downstairs for a birthday party. That was a surprise to me. That was my first and only surprise birthday party. Every time I'm in her presence, I feel loved and very special that God has blessed me with the gift of her.
I feel most loved would have to be swimming in our pool when we were younger and always having our favorite snacks and drinks. Happy Mother's Day.
My favorite way she has celebrated us is probably going on holidays and like the game she sets up for us, like the cup pong game and stuff like that.
Finally, what memory do I have with Mom in which I feel most loved? It's probably all the memories I have are of when we're in a crowded room apart from each other. We just look at each other and our eyes meet. And I know she loves me. And I know she's thinking more about me than she is about herself at that time. And I also know that she misses standing right next to me as I miss standing next to her. I think the other most favorite memory is the many times throughout the years where we've laid at bed late at night and I feel Mom's hand reaching across to grab mine and we just hold hands as we fall asleep. I know in that reaching out of the hands tells me more about the fact she loves me than anything else, because it helps her rest peacefully and it helps me rest peacefully just knowing that we're with each other.
Happy Mother's Day, Queena. We love you.